Thank you very much. My greetings once more to our viewers all over the world and all the lovers of freedom. One thing that we have not failed to make very clear is the fact that our quest for the restoration of our dear nation Biafra has never been and can never be to rival any person or to dispossess any person or to displace any person in his advantageous or beneficial position. What our quest, what our hunger has always been based upon is the very fact that we see our future, the future of our children, evaporating before our very eyes. Why do we conclude that our future is evaporating before our very eyes? It is as a result of the fact that those that have been placed in charge of our affairs are mere scavengers, or at best the predators, who have been appointed to supervise, to superintend our extinction and our vaporization. What am I saying in essence? I'm saying that those that have been appointed, like governors, like senators, like political office holders, everybody knows that it was not as a result of the fact that they were elected. It was because of the fact that they entered various vows and the commitments that have placed them at the advantage position of being appointed by their slave masters to superintend our extinction and our murder. That is to kill us at the expense of their masters who have been eyeing our place to overrun it, either to Islamize it or to Fulanize it or to take it over entirely, just as Britain did in Australia by wiping out all the aboriginals and replacing them with the people that were brought from the prisons in Ireland. So that is what they have been scheming and using the Fulani to do even in Biafra land. And that is why you cannot say that any person that is holding any office, even in Biafra land, starting from their A to their Z, is doing so at the interest of anybody. It is on that note that we are looking with pains at the misery that our children are subjected to. It is under that condition that we are looking at pains at the miscreantic individuals that our children, our brothers, our sisters have been converted to, because of the fact that some people want to satisfy their masters at the expense of our own existence. If you look at the school system, for example,
yeah, bo Oma Central School ezinipite na ebe ha na-agụ akwụkwọ. Ụmụ akwụkwọ no si na ebe a bụ ije gịnị? Ije ebe ebe unu furu onwe unu. Ebe a ọnụ laikiri ebe a ka ihe unu na-ekwu ka eme gịnị? Ka eme gịnị? Gbagba gaba ka ahụ klaasị gịnị? Class 2. Ndị class 2 yes. Oche adọkwu ya. Ụfọdụ na-akwụ ọtọ. Na-aga. Unu na-enwe aṅụrị ebe a. Unu bụ ndị Anambra steeti nọ n'ụdị ụlọ akwụkwọ nụnwa. Aka nwere ebe a na-afụ ụdị ụlọ n'ụwa tata. Obodo a bụ ebe ezipụta Nnewi ka nke Agụata. Kedu ihe unu chọrọ ka gọọmenti mere unu? ka edoziere ụlọ akwụkwọ. Ka ebe unu na-agụ akwụkwọ n'ụdị ebe dị etu a, ka ezi ebe unu na-eje toilet? N'ọhịa? N'ebe? Hey, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Ndị nkụzi ka ekwenu kedu ka ekunu sa manage ebe a biko? Mmiri na-amagbu unu? Unu enweghị oche? No toilet? Kedu onye unu na-agwakọ gọọmenti maka ihe ndị a? Okay, enweghị abịa ha see ebe a sechaa ya. Then ebe a ka o endiri. Hey, Jesu mere anyị ebere. Ngwa onyonyo nụnwa kịta aga m etinye na social media. Ndị Ezinifite niile ga-afụ ya. Gọvanọ ga-afụ ya. Na ya bụ Central School ebe dị Ezinifite Agụata.
You will see that in this particular video that we have been shown, the children are just standing in a roof that is almost non-existent. No seats are provided in the classrooms, either for the teacher or for the students. And this is where somebody will undergo an education that will make him to be a world-class citizen tomorrow. What will you expect from such a person? Such a person has been indoctrinated into the hatred of the society that gave birth to him or to her by reason of the nonchalance, if not criminality, towards the child. How can you tell me that as a parent, you have brought forth a child and the feeding of the child is of no concern to you? The clothing of the child is no concern to you. Even the resting place of the child does not bother you. And then tomorrow you expect that child to be a world-class citizen that will always bear you in mind to take care of you even at your old age. Is it not what you give that will be given to you in return? When there is no investment, how can you begin to expect a return on investment? These children that are neglected, these children that are almost abandoned, these children that are almost written off, on what basis will they have the mind to bring about their best to the society and then to take care of the society? Unfortunately, this particular video is taken from a place that there are political juggernauts who call themselves politically rocos, who call themselves political kingmakers, who call themselves political irreplaceable entities. They call themselves philanthropists. They call themselves godfathers. They call themselves every kind of name. But to ordinarily facilitate a very suitable environment for the children to learn in clemency, it is difficult for them. Telling you that it is not about giving anything to anybody, but about facilitating and enhancing their own personal and selfish well-being, which will end up being what we describe as filthy lucre. Because their only interest is their belly. Their only interest is for them to be the only light that is shining within the vicinity. And this is what is bringing about the breeding of every form of criminality in the society. Because when these children look at the affluence that is associated with the people that are supposed to be in charge of their affairs, and how they are denied even the basic things. Now, what impression do you think these children will have towards all these criminals that are parading themselves as political and societal leaders? Can you now see why it is imperative that Biafra is restored? Can you now see why it is the heart cry of every true Biafran and every true lover of freedom that Biafra is restored? Can you now see why our leader, our supreme leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, cannot sleep for one moment? Because as these people continue in this bondage, he himself continues to be troubled. And so when you see why our leader is troubled because of this future that is being wasted, you will appreciate the fact that he has taken everything. He has sacrificed everything. And that is why he said that his concern is that everybody gets freed, so that we can maximize our potentials, so that we can put our ingenuity, we can show the world who we are. You can see that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is troubled because of the fact that the people that are kept in charge of affairs are turning those authorities that have been given to them, are turning those resources that have been made available to them, are turning the opportunity to rehabilitate and revitalize the people into an avenue of subduing and subjecting and oppressing the people further and further. That is why these children can be roaming from the street to street depending on the dustbin for their survival. And this is why it is imperative that everybody joins hands with our leader to ensure that this freedom that he is pursuing is attained. Because it is by the attainment of that freedom that the dignity of man can once more be restored. And you know that it is Biafrans that hold the key to restoring the dignity of the black race. When these people that are appointed from the caliphate, when these people that are appointed from every form of unacceptable corner and the quarter are placed in charge of our affairs, you can see that their only target will be to maintain and retain their positions, irrespective of whatever it costs. Take the Supreme Court Serikim Fulani appointed impostor, not impostor really, agent of Fulanization in Imo State, who is the Supreme Court appointed administrator Uzodema. Does it concern him? Does it affect him? Does it bother him that his own kinsmen are dying at the hands of his own enemies? And he is proud to tell the world that he's the person that invited the terrorists to come and kill his own people, simply because he wants to retain his position. This is an example of what we are saying. So instead of channeling the resources that are available to him to improving the well-being of his own kinsmen, apart from the Imo State generality of the people, I'm talking about his own kinsmen, where he started the massacre after inviting the terrorists that have been given the army uniform to come to be the agents of destruction of his own place. What are we saying? We are saying that those that have been in charge of our affairs are those that have been appointed to be instruments of extermination to our own people. And that is why it is bothering the heart of our leader. Now, you can also see that everything that has to do with preparing the future of these children who have been described as the leaders of tomorrow is of no concern to the people that are in charge. What concerns them is that these people need to move out of the way so that they will expand their emirate, which they have been promised to be established for them, so that they will be the people in charge. Now, what are we saying? We are saying that when you look at the quest for Biafra, you will see that it is all encompassing. Apart from building these children that should be the future of that tomorrow, we also need to build our society so that we should not be fleeing from our society. We should be here to make the contributions that will consolidate even that which we have built, and then enhance innovation and creativity that will make those people that we are running to their places to even to run to our own. Why are we saying this? We know that the gift that God has given to every other person in the world is nothing compared with what he has given to Biafrans. We have all the mineral resources, we have all the human resources, we have all the creativity, we have all the innovation, we have everything that it takes to make this Biafra that we are pursuing to be the center of attraction even to the whole world. Our leader was not exaggerating when he said that by the time we finish building Biafra, that angels will take permission from God to come to Biafra land and live, because there will be no place like it on earth. But is it under this circumstance whereby the people that are in charge are making mincemeat of those that they should be taken care of. The Bible made it very clear. He said that the people that are called shepherds these days, they are no longer shepherds. They are rather wolves. They convert the sheep that they're supposed to be taken care of into meat. And that is why you will see somebody that says he's the governor, for example, Omai, will go to arrange with the Fulani terrorists to come and kill his own people so that his position that has been promised him about the vice presidency of the zoo called Nigeria will be retained, will be maintained, will be actualized. Likewise, in the coastal region where you have Wike, who has proven himself to be insane, he goes to go from house to house, abducting people, friendship with the caliphate. Now, is this the kind of people that will lead us to that particular land whereby everybody will have equality, everybody will have a guaranteed future, everybody will have a well-established welfare scheme? So you can say that our leader is troubled, and the whole Biafrans that are concerned, the whole Biafrans that are freedom-minded are troubled with him, because the people that have been appointed to be in charge of our affairs are people that are actually out to ensure that we are vaporized. But this is not new to any person that is conversant with history. Why I say that it is not new is because if any person has taken time to look at the expansion or the spread of Islamism, you will know that even in the case of Uthman Dan Fodio, who came as a nomad, who came as a Maruda, he encountered the Hausa people who he deceived through one particular doctrine in the Quran that is called Taqiyya, where people are deceived and made to be told a lie which they will see as truth, and they bring destruction to themselves. Now, by the time they appoint one person to further their Islamization agenda, that same person will be the spokesperson, will be the mouthpiece, will be the instrument, will be the weapon, the tool, which will be to the destruction of the whole generality of the people. As long as such a person gives instruction, then the whole people will abide by it without hesitation. And that is the method they have always used to advance their Islamism and their murderous jihadism, which has made a lot of people to fall victims unto them unknowingly. And that is why it has been very bitter in the mind of Britain, because when they came to the north, they found out this established oligarchy, whereby the oligarchs will be the ones in charge, and once they say a thing, now the whole of the people will comply without hesitation. When they came to the east, they found out that it was not so, and this thing embittered them. This thing made them to be very, very angry and fierce, and that is why they have been programming, even up to this day, to ensure that that same system of oligarchical administration is extended down to the east. No wonder the appointment of people like Ozodema, the Serikin Fulani of Imo State, and then the one at the coastal region, which is Wike. And you know, our leader has declared that the issue of election must not be discussed in Anambra State, because we don't want a repeat of Imo State in Anambra. You can go to vote all you like, you can go to campaign all you like, you can go to do everything you like, but they will stay in Abuja and they write an administrator and they bring him down to Imo State, bring him down to Oka to administer Oka, and then you are telling me that you are doing an election. So that is the system they have been using, and this is why Biafra needs to stand. This is why it has been of great concern to our leader that Biafra is established, so that all the norms, all the traditions, all the cultures, all that we are identified with, which made us and still makes us to be very distinguished, peculiar, and outstanding people in the world, will be revitalized and returned and reestablished. So we are saying, in essence, that the issue of the future of Biafrans lies in the hands of Biafrans, and they must be pursued vigorously, so that at the establishment of Biafra, the dignity of man should be restored. Even the children, even the youth that are said to be the future of tomorrow, will start working on that future, that part of being the future of tomorrow, so that as we build our society, it will be a challenge and an attraction to the whole world. Thank you very much.